Hello and welcome to another episode. Today we're looking at Blade of the 47 Ronin. But first... So, welcome back. So we're looking at Blade of the 47 Ronin. So it's a sequel to 47 Ronin, the Keanu Reeves film. And this film is set 300 years after that film. And you could say it's a little bit of a kind of alternate universe. But this film's come out on Blu-ray now. It was on streaming from, I think, kind of October or November last year, and now it's been released on Blu-ray, and so we're going to have a look at that. This has been directed by Ronin, who's like, any sort of kind of American martial arts film, especially an Asian American martial arts film, is going to have Ronin is going to be involved with it some way, shape or form. So you've got Ronin, you've got three different script writers, I can't remember their names, and you've got Marc Dacascos and Anna Akana starring, and the supporting actors, you've got Mike Moe, and you've also got Teresa Ding. So yeah, I like the original 47 Ronin. It wasn't an amazing film, but it was watchable, and I have seen it more than once. You get a lot of these kind of straight to streaming or Blu-ray kind of titles, and yeah, some of them are good, some of them are bad, some of them have good bits. So about this film, I think you've got Ronin, these are still dirty, got Ronin as directing, and I presume he's doing the choreography, or some of the choreography, or it's a joint effort with some of the others. What to say about this film? It's not great. It's got some nice elements, but I don't know, it just feels a bit lazy. How to extrapolate on that? It's like, okay, little things I was picking up on that I just felt were lazy were like the sound effects. They've got one sound effect for swords, a sword blocking another sword. Like, they've got one sound effect. It's the same sound. Like, ting, 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 ting. There's no change in that sound. It's just like, come on. If you're hitting a sword against a sword, you're going to get a different sound each time. The volume, the type of sound, where on that sword you're hitting on the other sword. But they've just used the same sound effect. Ting, 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 ting. And it's just like, great. You can see the swords are fake. They're kind of like, I don't know, plastic, and they've kind of been sprayed grey. They've got like silly scenes whereby they've got swords in the water. That sword in the water is kind of rust. It's not stainless steel. Yeah. It's just the CGI is appallingly bad. Some of the actors did alright. I mean, I thought Marc Dacascos was good in it. It's pretty easy for him. I mean, it's just by the numbers for him. But I thought Teresa Ding was good. And her moves. I think she's a wushu athlete, an American wushu athlete. And so I would have liked to have seen her doing wushu more so than the Japanese kind of swordplay. But you know, this is a film based on samurai and the Japanese arts. So, but I always find that a bit jarring that you're doing all these flips and everything, and then you're using a Japanese sword. It's kind of juxtaposed with each other, you know. If using Chinese weaponry, it kind of follows that it's a bit more gymnastic, but I always find Japanese swordplay works better when it's using normal stance work rather than, you know, spinning in the air and backflips and cartwheels and, you know, such and such. So yeah, talking about the choreography, I found the choreography to be really quite boring, repetitive, and you know, these days all you need is a camera or a phone to record something. So you know, you look online on YouTube even, there's loads of people making their own fight scenes, choreographing fight scenes, and you know, you're just using their phone. And if they can do it better than you, when you've got a whole team of people, then obviously, you know, you did something wrong. But yeah, there was some little bits here and there that were okay, but on the whole, you've got the, you know, blood splatters and the bit where the guy gets cut in half. That was just like, come on, that just looked so bad. Why bother? If you can't do it, then why bother? You know, you're not adding anything to the story. You're just showing how bad your CGI is. Yeah, I mean, I feel for these guys that are in this film because, you know, being the majority of them are Asian, there's not a whole lot out there for Asian actors to really sink their teeth into. And, you know, if you're an Asian actor and you get the offer of this kind of film, then you're going to take it, you know, because, you know, you need to live, you know. But at the same time, you know, you're working on a film that's not great, but all right, you're getting some exposure. So, you know, I'm not gonna slate the actors for taking on this film or these roles. But you know, the film it's not a great film. It's you know, it could have been, you know, a bit more work on the script. The dialogue is pretty woeful, and you know, the way that they're dressed, some of them just look like just straight out of a manga, you know, especially Rio, who's played by Mike Moe, and his haircut, his haircut is just terrible. There were some characters I really liked. I really thought the Onami, the character played by Teresa Ting, I thought she was really good. You know, she's pretty. She's good at the physical aspect, and you know, is she a great actress? I don't know, but you know, she seemed like she can act. But you know, this sort of film's not really, it's not really going to push you with your acting chops. I thought, I think is it Darren Southworth, the bad guy who plays Yurei. I thought he was pretty good. You know, it's by the numbers for anyone that's of a certain generation who's been in the acting game. This is just going to be, you know, this is easy to work in this kind of film, and yeah, you know, but he was pretty good. His movements and that was pretty good. And again, it's just, you know, the choreography was, for me, it was just not great. And you just got an endless army of tracksuit wearing green ninjas who just literally just run onto swords and don't bother blocking anything, and they're just cannon fodder. I don't know where they managed to get all these ninjas from, because literally they're just getting carved up. Yeah, so that was kind of annoying, to be honest. Yeah, I mean, you'd expect, if they were ninjas, you'd expect them to at least put up a bit of a fight. And yeah, so yeah, it's not perfect. It's not even good, but yeah, it's a watchable film, a popcorn film. You might watch it once with some mates if you got some mates that are martial artists, and you just want to watch something that occupy your time for a bit. But I'll admit it was a bit of a slog for me to get through this film. So I'm giving Blade of the 47 Ronin 2 out of 5, and I think that's me being generous. But yeah, check it out. You can stream it from a few different sources, or you can, if you're a fan of the genre, you can pick up the Blu-ray. But yeah, so that's my take on it, and yeah, take care, and we'll see you next time. Ciao.